Welcome back, everyone, to episode 307 of the Craftverse series. We've got two wings completely installed, and now it's time to move to the third wing, and the little cubby holes, which hopefully we'll get in on this episode and potentially the next. This hallway is first. We need to dig this out completely. This needs to go. Too drab, too ugly. Get enough of that drabness from dealing with this pale moss. Now right here, I'm actually going to be bringing out these as the end of the hallway. And then we're going to top it with this as an archway. And then we can work our way inward this way. First, let's finish this. Alright, so we have our archways and the hallway installed. Now how did you get junked up? That's how. There we go. Fixed it. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the ceiling portion in. So I'll put all of these unnecessary blocks away for the moment. Sort through the junk. You know what? Eh. Just put it in this. Since I'm not going to be using you for a while and you're just taking up space, we'll just do that. Saves me an extra inventory slot. I don't really need anything else out of this, right? Right. Here's my log. I am actually going to need some of these. So right at the end of this, we pop these out. Just like every other hallway. Also going to pop that one out and that one out. And then we just drag you all the way across. And that's the hallway done. We're not going to have archways like this going all the way down. That's just silly. It takes away from the wooded aspect of the ceiling. love when blocks decide I don't want to place. You're just gonna skip me. Isn't that a lovely feeling when the blocks themselves don't wish to cooperate? These are slightly different in that you want to have 2 rows of planks going all the way around. Otherwise, they're not that different. Also want to finish the ceiling. Make it look a little less claustrophobic with the wood. Because this bunker is starting to look like it would be difficult to breathe in, don't you think? Please tell me they're not trying to patch out side strafe placing. Not everything needs to have Java parity, okay? Not everything. Some things, sure, but not everything. Again, this is for the chests, so they will open. And I need to grab more lights. 17 is not enough. That might be way too many, but at least it's lights. Could have gone with the glowstone, but I decided against it for this layer. The next layer will be the same. At least as far as sea lanterns is concerned. Because sometimes sea lanterns just look better. First layer was a full-on homage to Time Runner. This is more just taking the template of the build shape and expanding with different templates. Or palettes, rather. I know what I meant to say. Okay, now for the ceiling. Alright, now aside from adding in the actual lights and storage components, this particular wing looks like it's done. Trying to slowly bring myself all the way over to the end. Come on. I want to use the slot directly next to it. It wants to be better. It's just not doing a very good job. Okay, all the lights are in. Now I just have to add the wall pieces, and then the chests and these areas are done. Pick up all of the clutter. So I don't need any extra block lag. Okay, already got this side lit up. Side's all in, and we're good. That's the other side. Let's come over here and dump some of this junk. Alright. Now I'm not going to be needing the chiseled tuff for this. Not for a while. That, and then we can just bam, grab a couple of things. It's not going to take nearly as much as I make it out to seem. Now that I've got the whole lighting system in, I can just remove this entire beast. I know where everything is supposed to go. I am running this world on pure vanilla, so sometimes when I get a massive build in, I worry that some people might be thinking, oh, he's just running a program, that's why he doesn't want to show doing it live. Like, no, I don't use any third-party software to do my builds. That's why sometimes I will save you guys the burden of having to watch the same 50,000 things over and over and over. Like when I've built my towers, even if I did something mildly different, I would showcase what was different, like at the very bottom, and just kind of skip ahead to a certain point that I knew you had already been to. Because the majority of my towers are essentially the same. There's just some minor differences in the base level and then the roof. So if you've already seen something, I don't think many of you are going to want to see it that many times. And I do have a couple more versions of the tower that I haven't yet built on this world that I do have an intention of bringing in here because they are my design. One of those designs I think you guys might find a little bit fun. If only for the fact that it's kind of an aquarium, to be honest. It's not just a build. It has a function, which is what my first tower ultimately was. A shell that houses a farm. I just have to decide where I want to put it before I dedicate an episode to it. Still not deep enough to avoid hearing wandering trader noises. Yes, I'm talking about you. I know you heard that. So now the wings are done, and we can start getting the flooring in for that section. I've nearly filled this double chest already, and the majority of it is just these 4, technically, wings, because these cubbies are about the size of a wing each, so this is about 16 times 5, so about 80 items each that can be sorted. Not including these little cubbies, which are 4 items each, and there's 8 of them here, 2 in here, so an additional 10 items. $40 items. 8, 9, 20, 22, 34. No, 24. I can math, I swear. My brain is just not braining right now. It wants to food. It does not want to brain. I will give it food when I'm ready. Let's grab bunches of these. We have a whole other section to fulfill. Everything I've built on this world has been 100% by hand. No third-party programs or skipping. I haven't even lava cast anything on this world. I mean, technically lighting up a cave, maybe, but as in building a structure with it, no. I even showed you guys every step of the process of me building my visage. took quite a bit of planning to do, and that was built before I had the duping. Well, I had some duping, but the vast majority of those items were collected legitimately. Oi, can you place the way I'm telling you to place? That would be lovely. Could you imagine playing Minecraft, but the blocks decide if they cooperate or not? Like, I'm gonna mine this diamond ore, and the diamond ore says, no, I'm actually a coal ore, sorry. You thought I was a diamond? I'm flattered, but no. That would be brutal. Especially if you get the rare diamond that's in the regular stone, and it just turns into a standard coal block like you see here. Oh, I would be upset. That would not be fun. If the flip side happened, that would be wonderful. You're like, I just need to get some coal, and the world goes, nah, how about some diamonds? Is that an option? Sweet, I'll take it. Not gonna say no, you know? Just have to get RNG on whether or not the game actually likes you or not. Have you been kind to the animals? Have you been burning down villages? That will determine whether or not you're actually fit to get diamonds. And I'm just placing the wrong block back. Maybe the game will take pity on you as well. Like, oh, did you mess up a build that you were really trying for? And it's completely unfixable. We'll give him some pity diamonds. Maybe a couple of emeralds. Maybe a nice achievement or two. I don't know, that might be an interesting mod. I'm sure somebody could code that in. Not that I'd be able to play it, but it might be an interesting mod. And that is the last of the jungle wood. I don't need a single other block of jungle wood, unless something refused to place. But I believe everything decided to cooperate this time around, so that, not bad. Continue getting the rest of this stuff out. Almost filled an entire double chest, primarily with stone. Like a couple stacks here and there of other things. Lights. We need to get the light sources in before I do anything else. Just gonna go around breaking everything and then I'll place them all at the same time. Feel like that's faster. That's already got lights. Okay, we're gonna do the bottom and then I'll do the same way on the top. So far it is faster, so I'm not having to swap between and worry about lag. All right. Break. Dirt. The nemesis of pickaxes. Oi. Okay. And that is the last of the sea lanterns for this layer. Nice feeling, nice feeling. Now we just run through with a boatload of these. We might actually finish this layer before the next episode. Oh no, that's the wall. Something to be said for adapting to your new methods. This is the wall. I am absolutely going beyond the boundaries of that double chest now. Alright, so now... Oh wait. Okay. Good method. Dang it, stop it. There we go. This is gonna have to go all the way across either way. Any of these not placed? No, they all did. Okay, good. Good deal. Alright, so there's just these little divides in the middle to go. I think we're just gonna power through and get to the end of this in this episode. This really isn't that much, and then I can add all the chests in off camera. So which way you have them facing is less important than just getting them in. Quick spatial check, make sure nothing got put in the wrong spot. I think everything is placed correctly. Yeah, that looks good. Done with those. This is definitely the smarter way to do it. Whatever your palette is, do this method. Done with those. Okay, going good, going good. This layer is effectively finished. What happens in here is going to be a darker color palette that I will then have to get situated. But that will be all she wrote for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when the chests are all in. Peace.